Hi, hello, how are you all this fine day? I hope that if you're here, you subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and you check out everything that's linked down below. It's been a very long time since I've said that, so you're welcome, if you care. So yeah, I am here. It's been a hot minute. You can tell that things are kind of different. I moved across the country. I live on my own with my dog, and I work full time. I'm starting graduate school in a week, which is wild. I have a partner now who's amazing. I basically confirmed, maybe not officially diagnosed, but basically confirmed with a psychiatrist that I do have ADHD, so love that, love having the full mix here. And you know, this kind of realm has taken the back burner. And I kind of wanted to just chat about that, because putting yourself out there on these fairly new and very quickly evolving platforms is not easy for anyone. Most people, I would say. And I don't know how well made they are for neurodiverse people in terms of considering algorithms and whatever the heck that is, and being consistent and following all these rules to then determine how successful you are. It's not easy. I full on had to just delete a video because I was just getting so annoyed by people with the opposite opinion. You know, I've heard a lot before in the comments, especially. You hear the R word, you're pathetic, we don't claim you in the neurodiverse community, whatever. I'm like, I can't. That's just annoying at this point. And it's difficult, you know, to one, continue to feel inspired, which I just haven't been lately, beyond, you know, all these changes happening. It's hard to feel inspired when you feel like, I mean, if you don't have much to say, then what's the point? And putting yourself out there now on YouTube, Instagram, what have you, is so driven by analytics and numbers that for me are just stressful, that I just don't even look at, just to feel like you're making some sort of dent or an impact somehow. And as much as you don't want to think that way, it's just ingrained in these communities, these careers now, basically. And you can't just be like, it's weird again to make a video that's not edited like my last few, because I felt like I needed to do that to be more successful, to be more palatable. And one, that's a lot of work. Two, I'm probably the most inconsistent person when it comes to my interests and doing productive things. That's just not how my brain works. But that's how you're supposed to be if you want to exist on this platform. And that's just, it's very damaging, I think, to those of us who can't fit that mold and then in turn feel like, you know, what's the point? If no one's going to see this because an arbitrary algorithm is determining how good it is and how worthy it is for others to see it, then why do anything at all? If I have to put in twice the amount of time to a video to edit it in a certain way that people will probably like better than just doing what I want to do, even though I have no interest in this being like a career or anything, it's not a hobby anymore. I mean, you could say that about most things with side hustles and all that garbage, but I think for neurodiverse people that experience hyperfixation and can really spiral and get into this one-track thinking of, you know, basically seeing the equation of you put something out there, it's not doing well, it must not be worth it. I must not be making an impact, and you take that personally because it's you. You're doing the thing and putting yourself out there. So, you know, there's so many flaws. So many flaws. Obviously, there's good things because I wouldn't have done anything in the first place if there wasn't anything good about it. But it's just frustrating to have to navigate that when all you want to do is help people. Hopefully, that's the goal, at least for me. And, you know, there's so many different barriers to that. And it's a risk to even start to do anything like this. But, you know, is it worth it? On top of everything else in your life that you might be dealing with, what's worth it to you? And for this time, I haven't made anything. I wasn't inspired because if you don't have much to say, then why do anything? If it's going to take all this extra work, then why do it? And yeah, I wasn't about it. And I don't know where I am now, technically. That's not the right word. Frankly, honestly. I obviously am doing this right now, and I'm going to put it up just because again, I'm inconsistent. I had the thought to just do it, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do because yeah, there's many systems in place that limit you as any person, let alone a neurodiverse person or a disabled person, to just do what you want to do and do so without feeling like you aren't meeting the mark that's expected of you. For something that's supposed to be fun or a hobby, you know, that's absurd. So who knows? Maybe I'll just do it to spite everything that's out there. Who knows? I really don't know. But if you understand those frustrations, if you felt those things of feeling worthless or feeling personally attacked when you make something and you're the one behind it and people just can say whatever the heck they want, it's ugly. And that's what we remember. We remember being called the R word. We remember feeling and being called pathetic and worthless or whatever it is. That's what stands out in our brains. And you know, if you're feeling that way, I want to put this out there just to say that you are not. A random commenter on the internet does not deserve to dictate how you feel about yourself and the value that you have and the gifts that you bring. So, you know, if that's something that you continue to want to hear, by all means, let me know in the comments below. Obviously, there's new things in my life, relationships, work, school, those types of things that I'd be more than happy to chat about. So, you know, as usual, if you have ideas, thoughts, go ahead and share them. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sticking around. If you have somehow showed up and are still subscribed right now, that's very cool. Thank you. And we'll see where we go from here. But thank you for existing and being here. Wish you all very well, and I will see you hopefully next time.